Hi, fourth grade. We're about to start a brand new writing unit. And to help you to figure out what that might be, I'm going to read some passages from a few of my favorite stories. First one is Wonder. I won't describe what I look like. Whatever you're thinking, it's probably worse. What kind of story is that? Maybe this will help. It's from Restart. Chase's memory just went out the window. Chase doesn't remember falling off the roof. He doesn't remember hitting his head. He doesn't, in fact, remember anything. He wakes up in a hospital room and suddenly has to learn his whole life all over again, starting with his own name. He knows he's Chase, but who is Chase? When he gets back to school, he sees that different kids have very different reactions to his return. Does that give you any clues as to what type of writing we'll be doing next? And my third one. It's from Insignificant Events in the Life of a Cactus. Avon Green loves to tell people that she lost her arms in an alligator wrestling match or a wildfire in Tanzania. But the truth is, she was born without them. And when her parents take a job running a stagecoach pass, a rundown Western theme park in Arizona, Avon moves with them across the country, and knowing that she'll have to answer the question over and over again. So what do these three different passages have in common? What type of stories are these? So that's what we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about the genre. Let me get to the next slide here. Realistic fiction. Realistic fiction. What do you know about it? There's a few clue words in there, real and fiction. Let's see if we can learn some important traits about realistic fiction. What is realistic fiction? It is a narrative. That means it's a story that is not based on an actual event. So it didn't really happen, but it could happen. What does that mean? It means I'm not going to tell you something about World War II because that is an actual event. It means I might tell you about a day at the park. It means I might tell you about a day or a week in Chicago because it could really happen. Let's talk about the features you will find in a realistic fiction story. So like I just said, events that could really happen. Going back to our examples, could somebody fall off a roof? Absolutely. Could really happen. Could a family move to Arizona? Absolutely. What about somebody whose physical appearance causes other people to stare? All of these things could really happen. Sorry about that. Characters are relatable to people in real life. So Chase doesn't know who he is, but some people are afraid of him. Have you ever been afraid of anybody? That's real life. Let's try our next one. Readers can easily relate to the theme. So if someone's reading your story, if it's about, let's see, family, could they relate to your family stories? Could they relate to friendships or bullying? All those themes are something that a person reading your story could relate to. They often have a problem and a solution. So Avon, who does not have arms, is moving to Arizona and realizes that she's going to have to tell everybody about why she doesn't have arms. That's her problem. How is she going to tell them? Well, I won't tell you the solution, what she does, but she does solve that problem. How am I going to get along with these people who don't know me and who are going to stare at me all the time? Told in narrative form. We've been talking about narrative, and Ms. Zelinsky has done many, many lessons on narrative form. So I want you to think right now, what is narrative form? It's a story. It's a story, usually told in first person. So the narrator, the person telling the story. Characters change over time. Maybe they were a bully in the beginning and realize it and learn how to be a good person. Maybe they were afraid in the beginning and they learn how to be brave. So they change from the beginning to the end. Characters have realistic traits. That means they don't have 5 arms and they don't have 45 noses. Realistic traits. They look If they're a human, they look like a human. They don't look like they're part dog and part cat. Descriptive language. How do you say that? You don't say the bird was red. You might say the shade of red. You might not say that the sunset was in the western sky, but you would describe all the colors that were in the sunset. You might say that the wind whipped through my hair and it brushed across my face instead of the wind blew. So you need to be descriptive in your language that you use. So our next writing unit is all about realistic fiction. And I'm really excited to get started because it's one of my favorite genres. So I'll see you soon in the next video.